And away from the World Cup, the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development has directed the Nigeria Football Federation, a parastatal under it, to comply with the judgment of the Supreme Court delivered on April the 27, 2018, which restored the orders of the Federal High Court setting aside the purported election into the Executive Committee of the NFF held on September the 30th, 2014. Consequently, the Sports Minister, Mr. Solomon Dalung, has, however, directed the parties involved to comply with the court order and give recognition to the General Assembly meeting and election of the NFF held on the 26th of August, 2014, under the leadership of Ambassador Chris Giwa, pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice filed in this case. Meanwhile, lawyers representing Amaju Pinnick and the present board of the NFF insist that the World Soccer governing body, FIFA, is not subject to rules from any nation's courts. In a statement issued on behalf of their clients, says, whilst our clients respect the sanctity of the court orders, unfortunately the said court orders are not binding on FIFA, the world governing body which the NFF is an affiliate of. It should be noted that FIFA has consistently maintained that this same matter has been taken to the highest court of sports arbitration in Switzerland by these same individuals, and they have lost. FIFA is only bound by the decision of the Court of Arbitration for Sport and does not entertain or tolerate decisions by local courts in footballing nations, end of quote. And elsewhere, we're talking about Wimbledon, where Serena Williams battled blustery conditions to reach Wimbledon and second round with a 7-5, 6-3 victory over Dutchwoman Azarenta Rus. Serena, who had a baby in September, did not have it all her own way against the left-hander's formidable forehand. After winning the first set, when Rus sent a forehand long, she had to fight back from a breakdown in the second set before going on to win. The American former world #1 will face Bulgarian qualifier Victoria Tomova in the next round. And on that swinging note on Wimbledon, and still right in the middle of the World Cup, we end on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barong, Tony Iranta, and Gimba. We'll be back with the rest.
Rescue workers in Thailand have found all 12 teenage footballers and their coach alive 9 days after they went missing in the Tham Luang caves north of the country. Chiang Rai, regional governor, says that they were discovered by naval special forces who had forced and faced floodwaters and hypothermia in the caves.
It had been one of the hardest searches they'd ever been on. Climbing through rocks in the cave, hampered by floodwaters, the SEAL team battled on, determined to find the boys. The divers were within 500 meters of a chamber containing an elevated rock mound, nicknamed Pattaya Beach by cavers, which could have provided the boys a refuge when rain flooded the cave, blocking the way out. It was such a tedious task they had to be joined by teams from Australia. The group's plight gripped the country and led to an outpouring of support. On the day when they meant to give up their search, they found the boys alive. The announcement was made by Chiang Rai Province Governor Narongsak Osotanakom. Osotanakom told reporters the rescue team reached a point of high ground, known better by its nickname Pattaya Beach, which was thought to have provided the boys with a refuge when the floods came in. It's been a long wait, but one filled with a lot of hope, especially for relatives and family, who at first waited at the entrance of the cave when the search first started. Thankfully, they can now rest easy, knowing their loved ones are safe and sound.
And the main news again, mobile police personnel in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, today protested the non-payment of the special duty allowance for over 5 months. But the forced public relations officer, Jimo Moshood, describes the action of the men as an inquiry, insisting it was not a protest. Also today, the Federal High Court in Abuja granted bail to the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki. That made it the 6th time Colonel Dasuki will be granted bail since his arrest and detention 2 years ago. And in Thailand, Naval Special Forces today found all 12 missing boys and their football coach alive in caves after they got missing 9 days ago. And that has been the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for being a part of it. On behalf of all of us here, have a splendid night, friends. Good night.